overrated players in the NFL, and he said that Detroit Lions Ndamukong Suh, well, he was at the top of the list. Do you agree with Freeman, Skip Bayless?
Ndamukong, I'm saying.
Ndamukong, right? I'm saying.
Where have I heard that before?
They lying. Ndamukong, I'm saying.
They lying on this one, Stephen A. I cannot put overrated and Suh in the same sentence. I am sorry, Stephen A. You can give me most disappointing player in the last 2 years. I'll take that. I will not take overrated. I was on the record ahead of that draft that I said I would take Ndamukong Suh #1 overall over Sam Bradford. And for the first couple of years, I looked pretty good on that one. I thought Sam Bradford was way overrated and overpaid, certainly. Would he get $50 million guaranteed before he played it down? And I watched every game he played at the University of Oklahoma, every snap he played, and I didn't think he would be able to measure up to that. And so far, he has not. Suh did for a couple of years, 2 Pro Bowls. And then we all know he started to get tormented by all the controversy over this cheap shot or that late hit or that dirty play. And then we had the stomp on Thanksgiving against your Green Bay Packers, Stephen A. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
And he spiraled down from that point forward. Lost heart, lost focus, had some weird off-the-field incidents that I won't detail at this point, but just, you know what, all the things that the whole package combined suggests that he's just become a very disappointing player, but still an extremely talented player who is capable of making Pro Bowls and dominating football games. I don't know why he's lost focus or passion or whatever it is, but don't give me overrated with Ndamukong Suh.
Well, I definitely don't think he's overrated. He and I ran into each other in Houston at NBA All-Star Weekend. You know, we talked for a little bit, and he was just talking about what a difficult season it was because of so many things that were going on internally within the organization. Just so many things on that level. Didn't get specific, but just made it clear that it was everybody. All of us struggled. All of us could have done better. And sometimes things snowball, things get out of control, and you realize the importance of focus and discipline. And I believe in him, and I think that he'll turn it around this year because last year clearly was a bad year on his part. But I definitely don't associate the word overrated with him. I think that would be entirely disrespectful. I get where my man Mike Freeman is coming from. He's to be highly respected in this industry. But we disagree on that one. His #2 dude on the list, however, is an entirely different matter. His #2 dude,
who's the number
two dude that he had on that list would happen to be Tony Romo.
Oh.
Okay? Now listen. Tony Romo can play, and I don't think his talent is overrated, but I think the hype associated with him is overrated because there's nothing about him that deserves to be associated with America's team, that deserves to be associated with an elite quarterback on this level. I tell you that much. Don't give me that, Mr. $55 million guaranteed man. Please, more money than Joe Flacco. Please, money in the same park as Tom Brady and Drew Brees and all of these boys. And you got 1 playoff victory in your 8 years as a quarterback for the Cowboys. Please, don't give me that. If you want to mention overrated,
I can't.
He doesn't want to hear
it. Stephen A., he doesn't want to hear it. He's sad.
I feel like I'm having a recurring nightmare. I'm stuck. I'm trapped in my nightmare. I keep hearing Tony Romo, Stephen A.'s voice over and over and over in my head. Tony Romo, Tony Romo, Tony Romo, 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 Romo. When are you going to give it up and give this poor man 1 break?
When he wins
this was an Ndamukong Suh topic. It was not a Tony Romo topic.
When he wins a playoff game. How about that?
Stephen A., you can't say that Tony Romo is overrated. I can show you, and I'm not going to just pour the stats down your throat like I always do, but year after year, he puts up top 5 statistics in this league. He will have games against your New York Football Giants where he just lights them up. And then he loses the game. But that doesn't mean he's overrated. He's, as you said, Suh said, he's part and parcel of a nightmare in Dallas that's always a little overrated, overhyped. But don't tell me he's overrated because if you put Tony Romo on the market right now, do you know what would happen? You know how many teams would line up needing a quarterback to bid for Tony Romo? What?
You have to remember the word overrated. It's associated. and runs parallel with height. Ndamukong Suh, even though we expected more from him, he was not a part of a height machine. He had a nasty attitude. He was big, strong, and vicious. And as a result of that, he got some notoriety, sometimes for the wrong reasons. Tony Romo, however, is a part of the machine that is America's team. Part of the ultimate hype machine instigated and stirred up by Jerry Jones. Part of the hype machine. You know what Ndamukong Suh has on his helmet? A lion. You know what Tony Romo has on his helmet? A star. It's the star at midfield.
And you
it's
know
the
why?
$1 billion playpen.
You know why?
It's Jerry Jones. It's America's team, but which by the way has been to the playoffs as much as you and I have over the last 3 years. A matter of fact, we may have been to the playoffs even more. At least I have, because I paid visits to the playoffs. The Cowboys didn't even have the decency to do that. This dude is a part of a hype machine. That's why I'm not saying he's overrated because he doesn't have skills. Tony Romo's skills are big time, but his production is nothing, close to nothing. And in the end, he doesn't deserve the hype that he gets, and that's the epitome of overrated.
He wears a star on the side of his helmet because so many stars before him wearing metallic blue in Dallas, Texas have been stars. The Cowboy legacy is greater than the legacy of your New York football Giants. Many more stars have played for Dallas than have played for the Giants, because there were many years during your childhood when my Cowboys owned your Giants, embarrassed your Giants. They were like 2 buys for the Dallas Cowboys.
They didn't own the Steelers.
Okay, that's a whole nother issue. We're not talking. I said your Giants. and the point is, at least they got to those Super Bowls, and they were really close games, 21-17 and 35-31. In Super Bowls, you remember 10 and 13. How about my knowledge? I just pulled that up out of my memory bank for you.
Yeah, when Jackie dropped the touchdown pass to hit him right in the chest. You need that one?
And see, he wasn't a Cowboy. He was a St. Louis Cardinal, signed late that year. And he didn't belong with that star on his helmet. He's a good guy.
There you go. So that's my point. Some people don't deserve the star on that helmet. Some people don't deserve to be wearing that uniform. Some people don't deserve the hype that comes with it, Skip. You maybe, just maybe, if your Dallas Cowboys stopped giving the hype to people who didn't deserve it, maybe they would be a legitimate America's team, as opposed to somebody riding the coattails of the NFL brand, sitting there using their tentacles to branch out and get some money. They're very good at making money. They're very good at hype. They're very good at creating eyeballs. They're just not that good at one thing: winning.
Question.
Winning.
Maybe
they need to talk.
out.
Maybe you know what they need to talk to? They
it.
need to talk to Charlie
Stop
Sheen.
your soliloquy.
They need to talk to Charlie Sheen. Winning.
Yeah. Does Tony Romo have talent, Stephen A. Smith?
Yes.
Thank you. So don't give me overrated, because he's talented. He is not overrated.
Stephen A.
You can still be overrated if you're talented.
Please.
But Stephen A., it's good that you're feeling better, because yesterday you weren't ready to bring this, and I like that you're up and giving him the business today.
I told y'all I was feeling better today.
Yeah. You like it.
You understand? I was feeling better today, and I'm in shot
You're
time.
only feeling better because you get to take another shot at the Dallas Cowboys. We should start a segment every day. We should every day in the show. Stephen A. takes shots at Jerry and Tony.
I tell you what, Skip. We don't have to talk about the Dallas Cowboys again until the season starts.
Stephen A's corner. He can just take on the Dallas Cowboys every day.
We don't have to talk about them again. I won't miss them.
Well, you're going to be in trouble if they break back through and win a Super Bowl. You're going to be out of ammo on the show.
Look at here he is already.
I'll give them credit, but they won't.
All right, let's leave it right here, gentlemen. David Ortiz is off to a hot